In the history books as we know it, toy blasters were never accurate. They never have been. When you compare them to things like paintball and airsoft, and even real steel firearms, these little plastic toys are nowhere as close to as accurate as those. But don't be blaming the blaster, it's actually part and package to the darts. This ammunition is the reason why these aren't accurate. Nothing's wrong with a spring-powered plunger forcing air down a tube. That's all well and good, it's the ammunition. And ladies and gentlemen, today we may have revolutionized toy blaster ammunition. This week I was out at my local Toys R Us and I saw this stuff. The brand new Nerf Accustrike darts. I already knew about the Nerf Accustrike line. It's a series of blasters coming spring of next year, roughly, but they released their darts early. Now, the Nerf Accustrike blasters that we'll be releasing aren't going to be any different from the blasters we already have. The only difference is the ammunition they ship with. And Nerf has been so gracious as to include this ammunition on shelves in the 2016 calendar year. So you can go out and pick yourselves up some Accustrike darts. Like I said, these darts are what really changes everything. So let me give you guys a little bit of a close-up here, but these are the Accustrike darts, and this is a 12-pack. That's all that I saw. You may be able to find ones in your store that come with more, but these are 12 packs. And as you can see by the tips, it's those tips that really make it more accurate. They're in a spiral shape, and they're actually flat on top, and that is the design that should make everything accurate. That is the box. There's nothing worth going over for the box. So what I want to do for today is do a head-to-head comparison compared to these darts against everything else. You guys seem to really like the last dart comparison video I did against the Akind blaster darts, which were the kind of eBay, Amazon knockoff, best knockoff Nerf darts that I could find. They flew further and more accurately than Nerf's Elite darts, but today, this could change everything. In today's video, we are going to be using two of the identical Nerf side strikes. Simple blaster design. One dart goes in the front, pump it, and it fires. Already tested it, and the Accustrike darts should work in all types of blasters. But here are the darts that we'll be comparing against. We have 6 of each. First up is the classic Nerf N-Strike Elite dart. You know it, that's the one. This guy right here is sold with the Air Warriors Ultratech series, and this is a very cool sticky dart, more accurate than the Nerf darts I find. These are really cool. We also have the new Adventure Force darts, which I featured recently. These are pretty nice as well. And last but not least, we have the winning Akind darts. These guys are amazing, so that is all the darts that are gonna go head-to-head against these Accustrike darts. My thesis is these darts aren't gonna fly as far as other darts will. They're not claiming any ranges on the box, and I don't blame them. By having a flat front, it's not gonna break the wind as easily, and they just won't fly as far. So today we're gonna do 2 separate tests. We're gonna be testing these for distance and accuracy compared to all the other darts. For outside, we're gonna do distance, and then we will switch it to inside for the accuracy, because there is some wind. It's also getting very dark very early here in Canada, and I'm probably gonna have to do lots of color grading on this footage to make it look prettier, because it's not that pretty out. But no matter, let's go ahead and get started. First off, we're gonna be starting with a bang, doing the Accustrike dart, right there you can see, against a regular Nerf N-Strike Elite dart. Let's do it. All right, so that was 4 shots from each dart, and I switched the blasters around just to, you know, give a different array. But as you can see here, this Elite dart was the nearest dart. Then moving up, we had an Accustrike dart and an Elite kind of tie. And then the rest of them, you can see that Accustrike's kind of further back, but look at this. Isn't that consistent? Very interesting for the Elite dart. Pretty much, I'd go ahead and say same distance. All right, so up next, we're gonna do the Accustrike next to the Air Warriors. Okay, so after doing the tests with the Air Warriors darts versus the Accustrike darts, check this out. This is an Air Warriors, And then ahead of it is all the Accustrikes, and all the other Air Warriors fell over here. They did go a little further, but they all the wind took them a lot more, and they did go the furthest. But what's interesting to note is although the Air Warriors darts did go the furthest, the Accustrike darts were all very closely bundled together, which I found interesting. Next up, we're doing the Accustrike versus the Adventure Force. So this one hit the deck. I shot low, so that doesn't really count. But coming past here, what you'll find, all the Accustrike darts, ding, 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 and the Adventure Force darts all went the furthest out of any of them. Last up for the distance tests is the Accustrike versus the Kind. Well guys, once again, we got the Accustrike darts, there, one Kind dart tied, but again, the Kind darts, furthest firing darts. They went the furthest and they were really accurate too. I still stand by my word that I love those Kind darts, and my thesis was pretty much correct. Most of those darts, except for the Elite darts, were going further than the Accustrike darts. But Accustrike isn't advertising distance, they're advertising accuracy. So let's head inside and test that out. All right, we've pulled it inside for the accuracy test. What better gun to use for an accuracy test than a sniper rifle? So in this one, we're gonna use one of my favorite sniper rifles, the Air Warriors Ultratech Snipe. We're gonna go Elite Accustrike in the Snipe to find out which one's more accurate, Elite Dart or the new Accustrike. So, after comparing the Accustrike darts to everything else, what's the verdict? I think we both knew this going into this video. The Accustrike darts are not an end-all be-all to foam accuracy problems. But that being said, they are a big step forward. I compared these in the Ultratech Snipe to all the other darts we used, and pretty much everything was all over the board. I had no idea, like even these weren't sticking, even these weren't aiming very true. But once I loaded up an entire mag full of these, you start to learn the dart's personality and how high or low to aim the blaster. And once you start to learn that, the darts are very consistent. Even when I was shooting off and wasn't hitting the target, they were still either consistently low or consistently high, but they never curved sideways. They were always just, I had to learn the dart, and then pretty good. I don't know if they're gonna be very noticeable of a difference outside because the wind can take this light piece of foam so easily, but even still compared to other darts, and especially inside, yeah, they made a more accurate Nerf dart. That's it for this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments below, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe right there. Check out last week's video or a random video selected for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and as always, this was Nerf Boy Productions, signing off.